Our next guest is a former Marine Corps infantry combat veteran, police officer, and federal agent. He served on the security detail for Hillary Clinton, King Abdullah of Jordan, and Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. And he now teaches toughness strategies to Navy SEALs and CEOs. But his recommendations may surprise you. He's here for us today. We are so excited.
Now, instead of always looking for the silver lining, he says for better decision making, you need to start thinking like crap. Yeah, Andrew WIttman from Get Warrior Tough is here to explain. CRAP, of course, is an acronym. What does it stand for, Andrew?
Clarity, relevance, accuracy, and precision.
Yes.
I say it that way so you won't forget it.
Okay, so you're like, forget thinking positively, forget the silver lining.
Yeah, and well, I'll start out with negative thinking. Like the negative thinker, when they cross the street, they say, I'm not crossing the street because, you know, I'll get hit. I'll be the one person out of a million that will get run over. But the positive thinker would say, you know what, I could lay down an I-70 and no one will hit me. The truck drivers will swerve. So positive thinking actually could get you killed faster than negative thinking, right? That's not good.
No, there's a real strategy. We were talking about this for all of the breaks that we had. You're telling us women, you know, a lot of women are watching today, maybe men too. We think with our emotions, and you're saying that that serves a purpose, but you shouldn't hold on to that for everything.
Right, and so what we want to do is separate out logic from emotion. Emotion is our driver. It's why we would do the hard thing. And you and I were talking about if your kids were in a burning house alone, and the fire chief said, you can't go in there, he's a 1 in a million shot, you said what?
I go in. I don't even listen to him.
Right. So, and that's why we would do the hard thing. But now, what's the plan? Is the second part. We don't want to just run in and save the babies. Oh, so all three of us are dead now if we don't have a plan. And so that's where critical thinking, thinking like crap, comes in.
But how do you get to that point? How do you train your brain to go there?
It's like if you think of thinking as a physical skill, like the golf swing, we call it the golf swing of thinking. So it's just a 4-step process. I think every thought, clarity, what's my target? What's the outcome that I want? Then the R is relevance. Is this relevant? Does it help me or hurt me get to my target? The A is accuracy. I want to separate fact from truth, and that we could do a whole segment on that. And then once we move things from the truth column into the fact column, then precision is, can I make this fact more exact? Could I drill it down?
I love the example you said. I'm running into this burning building, trying to save my children, but the clarity is going to tell me what the plan is, and then you said something like, where are my kids at this hour?
Right, because the fire chief is going to say, well, I said this, the fire chief doesn't know you and your kids like you do, so where would your kids be? Have you talked about a plan?
Yes.
And I always talk about my kids, right? They have that big Xbox and the big screen with surround sound in the basement. If I'm not home, I know where they're going to be, plan or no plan.
I know where they're at.
Right, so where would your kids be? That helps you drill down, and so you're not just running in, helter-skelter, save the babies. I actually have a critically thought-out process. And it only takes, I call it just a 2-minute rule. Just take 2 minutes and channel a first responder. Instead of being a reactor, just respond to the situation like a 911 operator.
Yeah, you have taken this and you have helped Navy SEALs. You've helped so many people, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. How did you get to this point in your life to be able to know this and then share this knowledge?
Well, and that's what I was sharing with you guys. I was, you know, in high school, I was way overweight. I was a fat kid. I just didn't want to live my life that way, so I joined the Marine Corps at age 18, and I started my journey on leadership and mental toughness, how to get control of this machine. And it's been an obsession for me. How do I get the human machine? How does it work? And how can I use it to my advantage? And so that's, I mean, it's just an obsession, I guess is the right thing, you know, the way to say it.
So you help CEOs. I mean, who are your toughest clients, like the toughest nut to crack?
Well, those are, you know, the CEOs are really the toughest because they have success, obviously. They already have success. So what could you tell me? You know, and what we're doing is helping them. I'll just say it this way. A lot of them, they don't have a thought process that they could articulate. It's kind of a jungle up there. And so that's what thinking like crap is. It gives us an ordered process of how to think our thoughts. And so then once they get that, then they take off because they're already high performers. But when you add this in, once you get over that hump, the sky's the limit.
Well, we were just seeing a graphic of your new book. It's called Ground Zero Leadership, the CEO of You. But you're taking all of this advice and packing into the book?
Yeah,
for everybody
absolutely.
To
it's just and the way the book's written is you don't have to sit down and read this big giant book because who has time for that, right? So every section you could read each piece in like 1.5 to 2 minutes, and it gives you one tool to think about for the day, and then you work on how do I order my thoughts for the day. So it's a really easy read.
Okay, homework for me and Paula, real quick, because you have like 15 seconds. What do we start with?
What you start with is channeling the 911 operator. How ask questions, and that's how you slow down your reactionary thought. Be a first responder. I just want to take 2 minutes, give myself cognitive space, and respond to things instead of reacting.
All right, and I want you to do my idea, the CRAP app. on the
Yeah,
phone,
you
okay?
and I are going to split
You
that.
need-
That's
okay,
awesome.
I love
The crap
it. I love
app. That's great.
She's quitting today. And she's starting the app.
It's good stuff, Andrew.
We got to
Thank
crowdfund
you
it.
so much. And if you would like to learn more about disciplined thought and disciplined action, visit getwarriortough.com. You can order his book. You can get your copy of Ground Zero Leadership, CEO of You, at andrew-whitman.com. It's awesome.